Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday as we get closer and closer to Week 5, Giants versus the Packers in London. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a big show coming up for you guys. We got some news and rumors on Odell Beckham Jr. because Von Miller, that Von Miller, he said that Odell Beckham is going to take a visit with the New York Giants. We're going to break that down. We'll also take a look at some other wide receiver targets the Giants could sign in free agency or elevate them from their practice squad because there's only 2 healthy wide receivers on the roster right now. You can't play a football game like that. We'll also take a look at the latest injury report. We got some big news surrounding Daniel Jones. We'll take a look at that. And we'll also do a mailbag where we answer your guys' questions. So if you have a question you want to get on the mailbag, use hashtag Giants in the comment section, and we'll make sure to get you in the mailbag. All super chats are guaranteed to get on the show. I want to start the show with this, though. Who do you got? Who do you got winning the game this Sunday? An early kickoff, 9 or 8:30 Eastern, 9:30 Eastern, 100%, 9:30 Eastern. Might have to switch that matchup. I think I messed that up, Seeps. But let me know who you got. Type NYG. Actually, I think that's right. I think it's right. Type NYG for the Giants. Type GB for the Packers. Who's going to win the football game? Both teams are 3-1. Both teams are trying to get to 4-1. The thing is, only one team will do it, or they will both be 3-1-1. Let me know. Whole bunch of Giants coming in. Shout out to Melinda, Nick's Galaxy, Marty, One Tally Rand, Basil, Antoine Soto. What up? You related to Kai? Shout out to Class Clown. Shout out to Karen Terrier Mom. I'm an idiot, and I'm not going to say much more than that, but Corinne, as you are now named because of me, you know what's up. Shout out to CT. That's what I'm calling you from now on. We'll think of something better. Juan Vega, what up? Dylan, what up? Victor, yo! Shout out to NY Giants fan 123, Class Clown, Paul Smith, Deshaun Lindo. Yeah, I don't even know what to call her at this point, Seeps. What should be the name? Do we keep rolling with Corinne?
If she's fine with Corinne, I feel like maybe you roll with it.
I know. I felt so dumb when I messaged her that. That was funny. Melinda, what up? Mark Johnson, Paul, Carlton. Okay, she said yes. We'll go with Corinne. It's a new name that's not even close to what your handle says, but we'll go with it. Tommy for one, Tommy, damn, forgot you was live. It's okay. We're just getting started. We just went live a little bit later today because we had to get you guys up to date on the latest news and rumors. Gritty Guapo, what up, homie? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. Yeah, I like Corinne too. It's just that's not her name at all. We do play the Packers this week. In my mood and my mindset all week is FGB. So join me in the comments section. I want to break the comments record right now on the channel. For the next minute, let's see how many comments we can get. I just want everybody to type FGB in the comments section. Let's see how many comments we can get in the next minute. Let's break YouTube. Let's shatter this piece. Type FGB in the comments. I'll give some shout outs. Gritty Guapo, Mike, Victor, Corinne, Dylan, Jack, Brady, Antoine, NYG, Mark, Cornelius, Paul, Marty, Rosario, Michael, Braden, Basil, Dylan, Melinda, the Mighty Creeper, Michael, Victor. Let's go. Keep typing those FGBs. Got a couple more seconds. Keep typing them. Let's get that comment section turned up because it's going to be a big week for the New York Football Giants. If you want to make the playoffs, these are the type of games you got to win. You got to win a couple games that you're not supposed to win. And right now, the Giants, they're underdogs heading into this game. So it's all about mindset. FGB. 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 Seeps, producer Seeps, he can always get behind a good old FGB. The Giants, They're 8-point dogs. The Packers are favorited by 8, so we're underdogs. We got to have that mindset going into this week. Kicks off this Sunday at 9:30 or 8:30. It'd be 9:30, right? If it kicks off 8:30 here. Yeah. We're good. I got it figured out. Time zones. We learn something new every day. 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Giants, Packers. Both teams are 3-1. But the biggest storyline going into this game is all about number 8, Daniel Jones. We have an update, and we'll get you that in a second, but I want to ask you guys first. Will Daniel Jones play this week? Or will it be Davis Webb? Will it be Tyrod Taylor? Will it be Brian Lewerke? Will it be A.J. McCarron? Who's it going to be? Will Daniel Jones play this week? Antoine says probably not. Corinne says yes. Victor says the Packers are just a bunch of hillbilly cheese eaters. That's right on the money, my guy. Melinda says no. NYG says I don't know. Scarlett says yes. Rosario Guzzo says yes. Jack, yes. Marty, yes. Kava says FDJ. That's wild. Must be a Packers fan. Victor says, will it be Saquon? Get a little Wildcat going again. Jones will play from John. John, you might have already seen because we will talk about that in a second. Tommy says rest Jones. Mark says yes. Dylan says hope Davis Webb. If not, Daniel Jones or Tyrod. Prague said Davis Webb is playing. Well, that's not official. Maybe you're just guessing. I like that. How about this? Whether it's Daniel Jones, whether it's Saquon Barkley, whether it's Davis Webb, whether it's Chad Powers, who's ever under center for the Giants this week, if you want the Giants to beat the Packers, hit that thumbs up icon on this video right now. Because look, we got over 100 people watching and only 30 likes. Those are rookie numbers. I'm embarrassed. Pump those numbers up. Hit that thumbs up icon if you want to beat the Packers. Because look, we said in week 1, if you want to beat the Titans, like the video. Check. Week 2, we said if you want to beat the Panthers, like the video. Check. Week 3, we didn't say it, and that's why we lost against the Cowboys. But week 4, against the Chicago Bears, we said like the video, and we will beat the Bears, and we beat the dog water out of the Bears. They might be the worst team in the NFL. So if you want to beat the Packers, like this video. Let's get to 75 likes right now. Seeps in my ear, producer Seeps is telling me we're not starting the show until we get to 75 likes. I'm right with the mighty creeper. If you don't like, you're a bozo. Don't be a bozo. Hit that thumbs up icon. Once we get to 75 likes, we'll take a shot of Fireball. I also want to put this on the table. Tommy, it was not the cowboy hat, but I do say we have a much better hat now. Much better hard hat. If someone sends in a $100 super chat, we will wear the hard hat for a segment today. I wanted to offer that up for you guys. I know y'all are a bunch of blue-collar MFers, and you're all about the hard hat, all about, just being gritty, like Gritty Guapo. If you want to see me wear the hard hat for an entire segment today, you got to send in a $100 super chat. Not the rules that I make up. Those were made by the bosses. So if you want to yell at somebody, you can go down and type F the bosses in the comments.
Hey, Gritty Guapo's got a great point about the Lil Wayne song. Go DJ. That's my DJ.
Go DJ. I like that. Brian, did we get koozies yet for the Giants? It's in the works. We're talking with the people over at Amazon. They're supposed to ship some koozies over here. Tommy, you're right. This is the winning streak, but I have a better hat. This hat's going to be an option on Sunday, but we have an even better hat that I'm going to wear come Sunday. It's pretty awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see that. 62 likes. We're still 13 likes away. We're not starting the show till we get to 75 likes. If you have liked the video, I want you to type me in the comment section right now. Dax is in the chat. What up, Dax? Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing good. Like the video, and once you do, comment me. I'll give you a shout out. Shout out to Benjamin, Marty, Victor, Corinne, Melinda, Torian, C Chronicle, Supreme Knowledge, Mike, Braden, MB, Marlon Jackson, Fashi, Metal Slime says F the bosses. Hey, you know what? It is F the bosses. They told me I had to charge $100 because they said they want my beautiful widow's peak in the cuts on YouTube, but gets covered up by the helmet. 77 likes. We did it. Shout out to the real ones. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon if you haven't. Mr. NY Stadium, what up, man? Good to see you. An OG on the channel. Also, give me a follow over on Twitter. Everybody that follows me from today's show, I'll give you a follow back. I know a lot of you guys are already following me on Twitter, but I want to be able to follow you guys as well. So give me a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Shot. Corinne, it was 50 for the game. All right, Corinne, don't tell the bosses. Everybody right now, we have to all agree. We cannot tell the bosses. If someone sends in a $50 super chat, we'll do a cut with the helmet. The bosses said it had to be 100. So don't tell them. It's just got to be our little secret. $50 super chat, we'll wear the hard hat for a cut today. If not, no sweat. Give me a follow over on Twitter. I'm going to put my link to my Twitter in the comment section right now. Seems like Rolly's a little busy, but we'll take care of it, Rolly. Don't worry about it. My link to my Twitter is in the comment section. Just click on it. Give me a follow. Everybody that does, I'll give you a shout out and I'll give you a follow back. How about that? All righty. Gritty Gloppo, where's Tutu when you need him? Dax, we're going to get to a Daniel Jones injury in a second. Solo is saying, I'm his poppy. I am not your poppy, but I appreciate the kind words. Byron Clay just gave you a follow back, my guy. Shout out to you, a real one. We do have a mailbag coming up. If you got a question you want to be featured on the mailbag, make sure you get in the comment section and use #Giants. It's got to look just like that in your comment. No weird spaces. Don't be a bozo. Just follow the rules. #Giants so you can get on the mailbag. Makes it a lot easier for my guy Patrick Seatman running the 1s and 2s behind the computer. Be like Mr. Cardinal Gaming. #Giants. You think Saquon will have a 1,000-yard season? Keeps playing like this, he's going to have more than 1,000 yards, but we'll answer that in the mailbag. King Kata, what up, Brody? Gary Gaston, how you doing? Mean Face said I would follow you, but I don't go Twitter. I don't go Twitter either, but I do have one. The love for DJ is sickening. Jesus, man. We're 3-1. We're 3-1. Dak says, I got Pee Wee football practice in a bit. I'll have to watch later, buddy. You coach the hell out of those kids, man. Pee Wee football was probably the time of my life. It really was. Started playing football probably at too young of an age in the 2nd grade. But all my friends that I played Little League football with are still my best friends today. I think it's more than just about playing football at that young of an age. It's about developing lifelong friendships, and that is truly, truly a thing. Get your questions in. #Giants. Dax, enjoy practice. I'll see you Sunday. Bring your game face, Dax. I need a big performance out of everybody Sunday because the bosses, they're going to be watching because we'll have a producer with us. It's going to be pretty fun. Get your questions in. #Giants or Super Chat. But we do have some injury news on Daniel Jones, Kadarius Toney, a lot of Impact Giants players. So let's get into it. Let's get into an injury update right now. Giants fans, game day is just around the corner. And I'm looking to go 4-1. And I know you're looking to go 4-1. If you want to go 4-1 and you want to beat the Green Bay Packers, it's really simple. All you got to do is hit that like button. Don't be the guy that doesn't hit the like button and we wake up on Monday and we're 3-2 and you're like, if I just would have liked that Weird Kids YouTube video, we'd be 4-1. Don't jinx it. Don't be that guy. You want to beat the Green Bay Packers? Like this video. Shout out to the real ones. You're watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. We have a loaded show to get to. We're going to go through the latest injury reports, and we have some big-time news. surrounding Daniel Jones, Kadarius Toney, Wan'Dale Robinson, Leonard Williams, a lot of players. We have some updates on them, so stay tuned. And then we're also going to go through a Giants versus Packers preview, kind of a 2-for-1, lucky for you. I'll give you 5 key things that I think need to happen if the Giants want to beat the Packers. So we got a preview and we got an injury update. Let's get right to it. Let's talk about Daniel Jones and everything that's surrounding number 8, as he had to leave Sunday's game due to an ankle injury and then came back and pretty much just played wide receiver and had some really good handoffs to Saquon Barkley. He was a limited participant in Wednesday's practice, and when he was asked by the media, he said, a lot of progress the last couple of days. I think it's good news for Daniel Jones. We'll talk about that in a second. But let's see what Daniel Jones had to say to the media today about how he was feeling. He said, Sunday's a little bit away, so I think I'll continue to progress throughout the week and see how I feel. But I am confident in my ability to throw from the pocket, throw outside the pocket, and make plays from both. We know Daniel Jones is one tough SOB. If he's able to get out onto that football field, he's going to play. He's played through injury time and time again. But I do think, and according to reports, Daniel Jones sounds like he's going to play this Sunday. Ryan Dunleavy, who covers the Giants, said the Giants do not plan to sign another quarterback this week, I'm told. So that tells me all you need to know about their confidence in Daniel Jones' availability. Now it's Tyrod Taylor or Davis Webb as QB2, and I'm right there with Ryan. If the Giants did not believe that Daniel Jones was going to play this Sunday, they would have signed one of the 3 quarterbacks they worked out with. It's Wednesday. They're traveling to London tomorrow. If they don't sign one today, number 8's going to play, guys. That's good news. Dan Duggan also echoing the same sentiments that Ryan Dunleavy did. He said, strongest sign that Daniel Jones will be ready for Sunday. Brian Lewerke, who was on standby in a local hotel after working out on Tuesday, was sent home. All signs point towards Jones starting with Davis Webb as the number 2, unless Tyrod Taylor clears concussion protocol. In English, Daniel frickin' Jones is going to play this Sunday. Is he going to be 100%? Probably not. Am I concerned a little bit about that? 100%. Because as we know, and we'll show you in a second, the Packers have a great defensive line. The Giants' offensive line hasn't been great in the pass blocking department. They've had to use Jones' mobility to give him more time to throw, so I'm a little worried on what it's going to be like this Sunday. But if you're excited or you want Daniel Jones to play this week, type 8 in the comment section right now. I want everybody that wants to see Daniel Jones out there. If you want your quarterback out there playing against the Packers in London this Sunday, type 8 in the comment section right now. We do have other players on the injury report to get to. This coming out of Wednesday's practice. These players did not participate. Cordell Flott, he's dealing with that calf injury. Kenny Golladay's dealing with that sprained MCL. He's probably going to be out a while. Richie James also did not participate due to an ankle. And Julian Love is still dealing with that concussion. I don't expect him to play this week, but I could see him back next week for sure. Henry Mondo, the player that was carted off for the Giants, he's dealing with that ankle injury. He did not participate. Azeez Ojulari, the edge rusher, did not participate due to a calf injury. Another calf injury for Azeez. Not a good look. Already missed a couple games, the first 2 games of the year this year because of a calf injury. We need him out there. He's one of, if not our best pass rushers. This Giants team is better with Ojulari on the field. Doesn't sound like he'll be there this Sunday. And Tyrod Taylor, he did not participate at practice either. He is dealing with that concussion he sustained against the Chicago Bears. These were the limited participants in practice, meaning they did some stuff, but they did not do all things. Much better than people that did not participate, though. Daniel Jones, he was limited with an ankle. DJ's playing. He's too tough. He bleeds Giants blue. He's going to play. Evan Neal was a limited participant as well. Not too sure about his status for Sunday. Sounds like he has a chance, though, if he's practicing on Wednesday. And what do you know? Wan'Dale Robinson and Kadarius Toney were limited participants in practice. Everybody clap it up. Just clap it up because these 2 guys, we need them out there because we only have 2 healthy wide receivers on the roster. I need to see Wan'Dale Robinson. And we all need to see Kadarius Toney. Other people that were limited participants, Nick McLeod dealing with the hammy. Fabian Morrow, the veteran DB that had a couple nice plays last week, he's dealing with the foot. And Leonard Williams, the big cat, he was limited. If Leonard Williams can go this week, that's going to be really big for the Giants. Wouldn't it be an awesome world where we got to see a Giants defensive line at full strength with Leonard Williams, Azeez Ojulari, sexy Dexter Lawrence, and Kayvon Thibodeau? I'd do some pretty nasty things in this world to see those four guys play football at the same time. Let's hope it happens at least 1 week this year. But this is why you subscribe to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports, because whether we're live, whether we're at the house, whether we're wherever we are, we're going to keep you guys up to date on the latest Giants news and rumors. And guys, we crossed over 14,000 subs. That's a credit to you guys. Shout out to y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. But we flew by it. The next goal, 15,000 subs. We're 769 away. I'm really bad at math, but I think that checks out. We're already almost a third of the way there. You love the Giants? You want to beat the Packers? Go down right now and hit that big red button. Let's go through my keys to victory for this Sunday against the Pack. Number 1, feed Saquon Barkley. I think that's been on every single key to victory so far through the season, but this game more than ever, because the Packers' run defense is one of the worst in the NFL. And Saquon Barkley, he's the best, and he's been the best back in the NFL through the first 4 weeks. And I think you can make a strong argument that Saquon Barkley is in MVP contention. 84 carries, a league best 463 yards on the ground, 5.5 yards per pop, 2 rushing touchdowns, and he's been a factor in the receiving game as a weapon. 15 carries for 107 yards. Saquon Barkley is him, and he's better than ever. This is the best form of Saquon Barkley that we've ever seen, and we need him to go off this week. We got to make him a feature point of this offense because the Packers' rush defense, it's cheeks. They allow 127 yards per game, which is the 22nd most in the NFL. They are not very good at stopping the run. If you want to beat the Packers, you need to feature Saquon Barkley in your attack on offense. I could see him having a really, really big game this Sunday against the Packers. But I want to ask you guys a question. Maybe I'm the only one that thinks Saquon can have a big game. I want to hear from you, though, because y'all are the real ones, and I value your opinions. Let me know what you think. 100 rushing yards for Saquon this Sunday. What do you think? Type O for over, or you can go down and type U for under. I also want to give a shout out to our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. When you go to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code chat125, they're going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. Meaning, if you go to chatsports.com/bet, use the promo code chat125, deposit $100 into your account, they're going to give you a free $125. So you'll have 225 bones to bet on. Bet on the Giants. Maybe $10 on the Giants this week, money line, 8-point dogs. You'll get a really, really nice turnout. You can bet on the Giants, bet on the Knicks, bet on the Mets, bet on the Yankees. You could do it all at BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Promo code chat125. Just like the Giants need to run the football, on the defensive side, they got to stop the run. Because the Packers have been fueled this year on the ground. Their offense relies on a dominant ground attack, and they have 2 really good running backs. Aaron Jones is a stud, and A.J. Dillon is a stud. They love to run the football. As much as they like to rely on Aaron Rodgers, they like to run the football. Aaron Rodgers hasn't thrown for more than 255 yards in a game this season because they got guys like Aaron Jones, who's averaging 82 yards per game. And their backup running back, A.J. Dillon, is averaging 53 yards per game. They both have a touchdown. Aaron Jones is averaging 6.8 yards per carry. He's the more explosive guy. He's going to be featured in the pass game a little bit more. A.J. Dillon's their guy that runs it in between the tackles and their short down yardage back. You want to beat the Packers, you got to stop these 2 guys on screen from having a field day. Another guy you got to slow down, and this one's really, really tough to do. Just don't let Aaron Rodgers go crazy. Don't let him throw for 5 touchdowns and 400 yards. He's one of the best, if not the best throwers of the football that has ever played in the NFL. But he is human, and you can stop him. He hasn't been all that great this year. He's been solid. Not great, though. completing 69% of his passes. Nice. How nice is that? He's thrown for 935 yards in 4 games, 6 touchdowns, but he's also thrown 3 interceptions. That's more interceptions than sometimes he throws in a 10-game stretch. He will turn the ball over. This is a young wide receiver core the Packers have with Allen Lazard and Romeo Doubs. The Giants, they got to get after Aaron Rodgers. Their O-line has been shaky, a little bit better once David Bakhtiari got back. But you can get pressure on Rodgers. You can make him uncomfortable, and he'll throw the football to you. He's already done it a couple times this year. Let's just spam the comments. F12. F12. Not that 12, but this 12. Aaron Rodgers. I want everyone to type F12 in the comment section. Because remember, guys, it's all about mindset. It's FGB and it's F12. You want to go into London and eat some cheese on Sunday? It's all about mindset. F12 right now in the comment section. They got to protect Daniel Jones this week. We already know he's not going to be 100%. Dealing with that ankle injury. The Giants' offensive line has not been good so far this year. They need to keep him upright. You're not going to be able to do the play-action bootlegs and the rollouts and the sprint outs as much this week with Daniel Jones having that ankle injury. So you're going to have to protect him because you haven't done that so far this year. The Giants have offensive line has allowed 14 sacks so far this year, which is the 6th most in the NFL. And bad news for the Giants, they're going against one of the best pass rushes in the NFL. Rashawn Gary, he's so freaking good at football. 5 sacks on the season. Preston Smith, he's a gamer. Kenny Clark, he's one of the best interior defensive linemen in the NFL. If you want to beat the Packers, you have to keep these 3 guys out of the backfield. You got to keep these guys off Daniel Jones. You have to protect him. He's not going to be able to use his mobility like he did the past couple of weeks to buy time. Got to block Gary. You got to block Smith. You got to block Clark. If you don't, it could get really, really ugly really, really quick. And this is kind of a cop-out answer, but I really think it matters in this game. When you're the underdog, when you're not expected to win, if you want to win the football game, you got to win the turnover battle. That's about as chalk as it gets, and I'm sorry for being one of those guys right now, but it is that important this week. If the Giants win the turnover battle, they are going to have a good chance to win this football game. That means on offense, Saquon, high and tight, Tom Coughlin style. Daniel Jones, don't have any what-the-hell plays. Don't turn the football over. No fumbles, no interceptions. On defense, can I get a strip sack from Kayvon Thibodeau? Can I have Xavier McKinney jump in front of one? Can Adoree Jackson make a play? You have to win the turnover battle this week if you want to get to 4-1 on the season. To close out this video, I want to ask you guys a question. To predict the score in the comments section. Let me know the winner and your score prediction. The first person, the only person, the first person to predict the winner and the correct score without editing your comments. Don't be a bozo, no shiesty shit, none of that. If you predict the winner, you predict the score, and you don't edit your comments, and you're the first one to do so, I will personally Venmo you $25 out of my pocket. You'll get $25 from Marshall Green. Predict the score, predict the winner. The first person that gets it right, I'll Venmo you $25. Woo! Let's ride. Jorge Garcia, Saquon, 300 yards combined, Aaron ground. He does that, Giants are going to win the football game. J.O. Jolly, shout out to you, just gave me a follow on Twitter. Shout out to you, my guy. I have a foot fetish just complaining about $25. Well, your name is a foot fetish, so I'm sure you pay more than $25 for feet pics. You guys complain about everything sometimes. Not the real ones, the non-real ones. Some close scores. Some close scores from you guys. Jamal typing F. Dave Gettleman. That is always allowed in this chat.
Marsh, we didn't get your official score prediction.
I am bad about that. I don't usually get my score prediction in. I always try to, and I always forget.
What about off the gut?
Off the gut?
It's London. It's
crazy shit can happen in London.
It is true.
1 sec.
Somebody on ESPN earlier, when I was waking up this morning, they were joking about the game, and since Daniel Jones is going to be hurt, she was making a joke. She was like, Saquon Barkley could break Adrian Peterson's 296-yard single-game rushing record.
You got to feed 26 this weekend. I'm going to save my prediction because I'm a loser, and I'm going to take a cop-out answer. I'm going to wait until I get an official ruling on some injuries, like Tony Robinson, Evan Neal, and Daniel Jones. So, sorry for being a loser, but I'm going to hold off on my prediction. I hope that's okay with you guys. Give me a follow over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Everyone that follows me from today's show, I'll give you a follow back and I'll give you a shout out. Also, who's going to be the first person to super chat today? Because nobody is sending a super. I want to declare someone the MVP. And if we get a $50 super chat, I'll put on the hard hat for the mailbag cut. If we get a $50 super chat, I will wear the hard hat for a cut that we're going to put up on the channel. Who's going to be the MVP? Who's going to step up? Someone step up. Someone be that guy. $50 super chat, and we rock the hard hat on the mailbag because, look, we're just a bunch of blue-collar mother effers that like to do stuff the blue-collar way. It's a hard hat type of week for sure. If you want to see me wear the hard hat for the mailbag cut, $50 super chat will make it happen. Zion, why are you in the Giants chat hating on a Wednesday? You don't got anything better to do with your life? Nothing? It's all right, though. I appreciate you helping the chat rate. I appreciate you, my guy. Give me a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Everybody that does, I'll give you a follow back and I'll give you a shout out. The link is in the chat. Link is in the chat. If you don't want to do a $50 super chat, every super chat that comes in today, we'll take a shot. It could be 99 cents. I could use a shot. Any super that comes in, we'll take a shot. $50 super chat. We'll put the hard hat on. But we're going to go through a segment right now of some wide receiver targets the Giants could look at in free agency or from the practice squad. Because, look, there's only 2 healthy wide receivers on this roster right now. No one wished a concussion on Aaron Rodgers. You guys just say shit sometimes. Creative. I like it, but no one said that. But let's get to it. B. Beloy is in the chat. B. Beloli. B. Beloli is in the chat. Beloli. $50 super chat, and we wear the hard hat for a whole segment today. Someone make it happen. Like it needs to be done. Someone send in $50 super chat, and we'll do it. The Big Moo sends in a $2 super chat. You need a shot. Giants need a win. I need a win like a fish needs water. That's what I need. Shout out to the Big Moo sending in a $2 super chat. Every super chat that comes in today, we'll take a shot of Fireball. The Big Moo, I appreciate you. Carrie Morris, what up? Carrie sent in a $100 super chat last week. Carrie, I don't know if you've been in the show. I'm just going to let you know. Hard hat goes on for a $50 super chat. We'll do a whole segment. We'll do the whole mailbag with a hard hat on if someone sends in a $50 super chat. Carrie, it could be you. You could be the one. All righty, let's get into some wide receiver targets the Giants could look to sign because all the ones they have right now are hurt. You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. Today's show is sponsored by Mint Mobile, a cell phone provider that's hooking you guys up with unlimited talk and unlimited texting plans for as low as $15 per month. Take advantage of that. Go to mintmobile.com/chatsports. That link is in the comments and description of today's show. On today's show, we're going to go take a look at 5 wide receiver targets the Giants could sign because there's only 2 healthy wide receivers on this roster. Kenny Golladay, he's hurt. He has a sprained MCL. Ian Rappaport reported that this morning, saying that Kenny Golladay suffered an MCL sprain in Sunday's win over the Bears and is not expected to make the trip to London, a source said. A shorthanded position group gets even more shorthanded. And it does. I mean, look at this wide receiver depth chart right now. There's legitimately 2 healthy wide receivers on the roster. And that's David Sills and that's Darius Slayton. Probably the worst 2 receivers on the roster are healthy. Kenny Golladay, he's hurt. Sterling Shepard, out for the season. Kadarius Toney, he's hurt. Hopefully he plays. Wan'Dale Robinson, he's hurt. Hopefully he plays. And Richie James, he's hurt. Hopefully he plays. So before I share with you guys the 5 wide receivers I think the Giants could go and take a look at, I want to hear from you. Name a wide receiver you want the Giants to sign. Give me a name in the comments section. A wide receiver you want the Giants to go out and sign. Because I know we don't have any money, but you can't go to a football game with just 2 healthy wide receivers. So give me a name of a guy you want the Giants to sign. Let's first look at the Giants practice squad wide receivers, because I think that's the first place Brian Dable and Joe Shane will look, and that's in the practice squad. Marcus Johnson, he's on the practice squad. Khalil Pimpleton, the Hard Knocks celebrity, and Mekhi Polk, the rookie wide receiver, he's also on the practice squad. So if the Giants are to elevate somebody from the practice squad, it would be one of these 3 guys. I would vote probably Khalil Pimpleton would be the guy, but who knows? They haven't done it yet, which makes me feel like Toney or Wan'Dale Robinson might play this week. Let's go through some wide receiver free agent targets. And I know before we talk about Tavon Austin, because he's on the show, on the screen right now, I first want to address Odell Beckham Jr. He's not on this list because he's not healthy. These are guys the Giants could go out and sign right now that could play. Odell's still a couple of months away. I do think the Giants have a chance to sign him, though, once he gets healthy. But I have Tavon Austin number 1 on this list. Coming from Buffalo, no ties to Dable and Shane, but he kind of fits what the Giants like at wide receiver. Short, quick, fast, able to contribute in shallow routes, crossing routes, able to do stuff with the ball in his hands. Hasn't had the best career in the NFL. Hasn't played this year. 24 grabs last year for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just 5 grabs in 2020. And then 2019 he had 13 grabs. But he's a pro. He's quick. He's fast. And he's better than what we have on the practice squad. I think Tavon Austin is a guy the Giants could look at. He was just let go by the Bills practice squad. If you want the Giants to beat the Packers this week, subscribe. Sub for Giants dubs. That's what we're doing. We're subscribing for Giants dubs. So you want to go 4-1? Hit that big red button right now. What about a familiar face? What about Alex Bachman, a guy that I know a lot of you are fans of? Didn't work out for Bachman in the preseason, even though he had a Victor Cruz type of performance against the Cincinnati Bengals. 11 grabs, 122 yards, and 2 touchdowns in that preseason game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. He didn't make the Giants' active roster. It sounded to me from some people I talked to that they offered him a position on the practice squad, but Bachman turned that down, thinking he would get a chance on an active roster somebody else. But look, the Giants are desperate right now. Bachman's better than anybody the Giants have on the practice squad, and I think he might actually be better than David Sills. I think Bachman could be a guy the Giants go and take a call on and see if they can get him to this active roster. Because look, he knows the system, he's a slot receiver, and he's produced in the system, albeit it was in the preseason, but I do think there's a chance that they could look at Bachman coming up this week. If you want the Giants to sign Alex Bachman, I know he's a fan favorite, I want you to type 81 in the comment section right now. If you want the Giants to sign Alex Bachman, type 81 in the comment section right now. I also want to tell you guys more about Mint Mobile and why you should switch over today. A cell phone provider that's on the nation's largest 5G network, unlimited talk, unlimited text for as low as $15 per month. Unlimited premium wireless plans, starting at $15 per month. My favorite part about Mint Mobile was how easy it was to switch over. I got to keep my same phone, I got to keep my same phone number, and I didn't have to go into the store to switch over. I did it all online thanks to their digital eSIM card technology. Take advantage of the deal, unlimited premium wireless plans starting at $15 per month. All you got to do, go to mintmobile.com/chatsports. What about Chris Conley, the 6'3", 200-pound wide receiver that ran a 4.3 40 at the NFL Combine and had a 45-inch vertical? Yeah, 6'3", 205 pounds, 4.3 40, and a 45-inch vertical. The reason I think this makes some sense is because he overlapped with Mike Kafka in Kansas City. He was in Kansas City for 2 years while Mike Kafka was there. So if there's a good relationship between Conley and Kafka, I think this is the type of guy the Giants could go out and try to take a flyer on. He's been decent in the NFL, hasn't lived up to the hype. But look, 47 grabs in 2019, 40 grabs in 2020, 5 TDs in 2019, and 4 TDs in 2020 and 2021. Look, you're not going to find any playmaking, game-changing wide receivers in free agency right now. Look, it's October 6th. You're not going to find that guy. But Conley, he's produced. He knows the Kafka system. There's some familiarity there, so I definitely think he's a name to monitor. Another name that I know a lot of Giants fans have talked about, what about Will Fuller? Because we always hear that the Giants, they don't push the ball vertically. They have nobody that can get behind people. Somebody that can, somebody that's got some wheels, somebody that can put some pressure on a safety, that's Will Fuller. He's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL. The thing is, he's kind of like Tony. He's kind of like Robinson. He's kind of like Shepard. He's kind of like Golladay. Seems like he's hurt more than he's available. But when he's available, he's a damn good football player. Look at that 2020 season before he signed that contract with the Miami Dolphins. 53 receptions, almost 900 yards, 16.6 yards per catch, 8 touchdowns. He's a Philly native, close to the area. I think it's worth a call. I'd work him out. I would see what he's got left in the tank, because he would be immediately the Giants' best deep threat on the roster. We just showed you 2 guys, though, and I want to know which one of these guys you would sign if you're Joe Schoen. Pick one to sign. Type CC for Chris Conley, or you can go down and type WF for Will Fuller. I'd rock with Fuller. He's had success more recently in his career, and I think he fits this scheme a little bit better, but I want to hear from you. Type WF for Fuller or CC for Chris Conley. What about a vet? What about a guy that's more established and more held in a higher light than anybody else on this list? T.Y. Hilton. Hasn't played so far this year yet, but we know that T.Y. Hilton, when he played in his prime, especially with Andrew Luck, was one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He's not that guy anymore, but I do think he's better than the people we have on this roster. I think he could make an impact. He's someone that just knows the NFL. He's been productive. He could be a veteran to a guy like Tony, to a guy like Wan'Dale Robinson, to a lot of people on this roster like Richie James. I mean, last year, it wasn't all that great. 23 receptions for 330 yards. He did have 3 touchdowns. But he's a guy who's just a good football player. Those are the 5 guys that I would look at if I'm the Giants. Tavon Austin, Alex Bachman, Chris Conley, Will Fuller, and T.Y. Hilton. If you have a name that I didn't mention, drop them in the comments section. I'll check them out. I think Andy Isabella is another name, but how about we just get some wide receivers on this roster to step up, like Kadarius Toney and Wan'Dale Robinson. You know, the guys that we spent 1st and 2nd round picks on. It'd be really, really cool if those guys could participate. But I appreciate everybody for making Giants Now a part of their day today. Did you make it this far in the video? If you did, comment real one in the comment section right now. We had some super chats come in during the cut. Couldn't get to those right away. I apologize. I hope you guys are still watching. I have a foot fetish with a $2 super chat. Tell us how you feel about Cooper and the Cowboys. I hate them both. I hate the Cowboys and I hate Cooper Rush. I appreciate you, though, sending that $2 super chat. Cheers to that. Every super chat that comes in the rest of the show We'll take a shot. We're taking one for I Have a Foot Fetish. Shout out to you. What a name. I hate Cooper Rush, and I hate the Dallas Cowboys. So we're going to drink up. Appreciate you, Foot Fed. Gritty Guapo. Why don't we sign Alex Bachman? I had him on the list for a reason. I think he's a name that the Giants should go take a look at. I do. I mean, look, he knows the system. He was effective in the preseason. I don't know what happened behind closed doors. It didn't sound like it was that good of an exit. But look, if he's willing to come back, I'd sign him. He knows the system, and he was efficient in the preseason. He's better than anything we got. Gritty Guapo, shout out for the $5 super chat. We're taking a shot for Gritty. Gritty Guapo, Gritty Guapo, Gritty Guapo, Gritty Guapo. Shout out to you, my guy. $5 super chat. Cheers, brother. Hope you're having a good day. Suede. What up, Suede? Take Tavon Austin. He is familiar with the division and has an incentive to perform against the Cowgirls. Just my opinion. Go, G-Man. Gritty Guapo, turn that into a song. Gritty Guapo, Gritty Guapo. You turn that into a song. Let's go. The Big Moose says, come on, guys, let's get Marshy drunk. Every super chat that comes in, we'll take a shot. You send in 99 cents, we'll take a shot. I bet you guys can't get me drunk. How about that? How about that? Meet me outside. How about that? But look, I think Tavon Austin is the guy I would look at as well. I think you're right. He's familiar with the division. He's a guy that does have incentive to play against the Cowboys. They moved on from him. It didn't work out there. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. I had him on the list for a reason. I think he would be a dynamic player. He's quick. He's fast. He's a guy that can get active when the football's in his hands. I'd sign him. Just got released by the Buffalo Bills. Oh, Corinne, a.k.a. Karen Terrier Dog Mom. What is going on? Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Corinne, $5 super chat. Shout out to you.
Marsh, and then also they're asking, is it $50 total in super chats, or is it a $50 super chat for the hard hat?
I see Marty asking that. Not Dog Mom, please. Okay, just Corinne. If you want to tell me your real name, that's cool. I'll call you that, but I understand if you don't want to, you don't have to. I'd feel more comfortable saying that because I already feel like an asshole because I said your name wrong for, well, I don't know, what is it, a year by now? But it is okay. Back to Marty. Marty's asking, is it a $50 super chat to put the hard hat on, or is it $50 in total? Seeps, what do you think?
I'm thinking $50 total.
Okay, we can do that, but it's got to be, we're $32 away. We're $32 away from $50. If we can get, I'll do this. We'll do this, Seeps. How long should the shot clock be?
Let's give them 3 minutes.
3 minutes. We'll go 3 minutes. If we can get to $50 in super chat in the next 3 minutes, we'll get there. And there's Carrie Morris. Carrie Morris with a $10 super chat. We are $12 away. 22. I'm bad at math. $22 away. Shout out to Carrie.
Let's go.
For the $10 super chat. $22 away from wearing the hard hat for the mailbag. We got it 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes to do so.
There it is.
James Hollister, $2 super chat. We're $20 away. We're $20 away. Blue York Sports sends in a 3-piece. We're 17 away. 17 away. Carrie, this one's for you.
When it rains, it pours.
Who's going to do it? Who's going to send in the rest to get us there? James Hollister, Kenny Stills, Slayton with better hands. Okay. Not a name I thought about, but good idea. I like that. I'd be down with that. James Hollister, this one's for you. Guys, we're $17 away, and we got a minute and a half to get 17 more dollars in Super Chats. And if we do, we're wearing the hard hat on the cut.
Let's go.
Because we're just a bunch of blue-collar mother effers. That's what we do. Marty, you asked about the Super Chat. We did this for you, Marty. I think you got to step up. We did it for you. If we don't get there, you owe these people. I think that's just a fact, Seeps.
Yeah. Only
Blue York Sports. We're $17 away. Rudy T sends in a $2. We're 15 away. 15 away. Let's go. Let's go, Marty. Hold him accountable, Corinne. Hold him accountable. Blue York, this is for you.
Yeah, Chief Green, that's a great point you just made.
Chief Green, it's shots for every Super Chat. It's only going to be a limited time offer, so you better take advantage. We're $15 away from getting to 50 supers. If we get there, it's hard hat time. I want to put it on. Someone make it happen. Rudy T, drink up. Let's go, Big Blue.
Big Blue.
We got 30 seconds.
Oh!
Let's go!
Oh!
Bang, bang, bang! Oh! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Let's ride.
Put that hard hat on.
Put the hard hat on.
Let's go.
We're putting the hard hat on. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. Let's go. That's called teamwork. That's called teamwork right there, baby.
Put the hands in.
Team on three. 1, 2, 3, team. Let's ride. Let's ride. It's hard hat time.
Let's go.
It's time to bring your hard hat to work. It's a hard hat type of week, ladies and gentlemen. All right, who do I owe shots for?
James.
All right, James with a $20 super. Get drunk. Treadwell. Treadwell is a good name. Former first overall pick, and not number one, but a first round pick. Definitely a guy I think the Giants could be interested in, but I think the book's out on him. He's just not good. Wasn't he on the
He was drafted
Vikings?
by the Vikings. Yeah.
Seeps?
Our
producer Seepman is a Vikings fan. He knows all about Treadwell.
So this was one of the guys coming out. Like, I thought he was going to be special. I think he came from, was Ole Miss? Ole Miss. I thought he was going to be great. Big body receiver. Kind of has all the intangibles. Just didn't work out. People question his work ethic all the time in Minnesota, but who knows? Maybe change the scenery in New York.
He's changed scenery a couple of times, and it hasn't worked out. James Hollister, I appreciate you. You're a real one. You've been tuned in all offseason and so far every day through the season. Shout out to you. The Big Moo said, I can't resist. Big Moo, you're a real one. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. $5 super chat. Let's ride. Every super chat that comes in the rest of the way, we're going to take a shot. Hopefully y'all don't kill me, but I'll die for you guys. V. Jerome sends in a $2 super chat. Let's ride. Let's ride. Here we go. One more. Holy shit. Born a G-Man with the $5 super chat. Shot. Everybody. Suplex Beast is asking about the gold chain. I was going to get the gold chain, and then Wink Martindale had a terrible game plan against the Cowboys. So I got to wait a little bit. Born again or born a G-Man, I appreciate you. Let's go Giants.
Great team effort getting the 50 right there, guys.
That was.
The
Big Moo, we're here to inform and entertain. We're not just some bozos sitting in front of our laptop in our parents' basement. That's not us. We inform and we entertain. That's the goal here at Giants Now by Chat Sports. We're going to keep you guys up with the latest news and rumors, but we're also going to have a good time because my name's Marshall and I like to party. We do have a mailbag coming up. Seeps, how are we looking on questions?
Doing pretty good. This is going to be last call right now.
Let them know what they got to do.
Listen, you guys are under my discretion.
We're partying.
A little bit.
We're partying. I'm already about 10 shots in.
That's it?
That's it.
Come on.
You get that cutout, Rolly? Let's ride. We're partying in here. Too busy for Slack. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Trace, come in on here. The people are, yeah, good idea. The people are asking, Trace, what's the price for a beer bong?
$20.
$20 and Trace Gerard will do a beer bong.
And I'll do it in a cowboy hat.
And he'll do it in a cowboy hat.
Cowboy.
What he said. $20 and Trace Gerard will do a beer bong. How about that? OJ says Denzel Mims. I don't think the Giants are in the place right now to give up any assets for a player. I would love to have Denzel Mims. I think he's a good football player. I think he just needs a change of scenery. I just don't think the Giants are in a place where they can trade picks right now for players to help them this year. You don't want to sacrifice long-term flexibility with assets to help you win right now. Because I wouldn't say this is a win-now year. I want to win now. I know you do too. But this isn't a win-now year.
Last call for the mailbag. We got some good questions in there.
Some
Skip
good
the
ones?
line, though.
Yeah, let them know.
Because, listen, you guys will get mad at Marsh for not answering your question. Even a $2 super chat guarantees you on the show, or you just keep it classy, do hashtag Giants, roll the die a little bit, see if it'll get put into the system. Get those questions in there right now.
100%. People are saying I'm toast. I'm nowhere close. Corinne, let them know. They don't know, Corinne. Corinne knows. We can throw some shots back. All right, we're about to get into a mailbag today. Use hashtag Giants. Can you zoom out the camera a little bit so the whole helmet can be in there? Corinne knows. Corinne knows we're good. We're definitely tipsy. We're definitely close. Yeah, that's better. Oh, my God. One more. That's good. That's good. I will never quit. Oh, my gosh. What is going on? This camera, that's good. We're good. Are we good there? We're good. We're good. I will never quit on you guys. Corinne knows. I'll hold it down until my liver fails me. Hashtag Giants to get on the mailbag. We got a lot of questions in the system, so you may have to super chat to skip the line. Look, you want to guarantee your way to get on the show? It's to super chat. Or you can use hashtag Giants and leave it up in the hands of producer Patrick Seatman. All righty, let's get into a mailbag right now. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green. This mailbag aired on our live show, which goes down every single Wednesday. So subscribe and turn your notifications on so we can catch you at the next one. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing a hard hat. It's just because I'm a blue-collar type of dude, and the real ones made it happen. If you know, you know. Shout out to Mr. Cardinal Gaming. So, you think Saquon will have 1,000 yards this season? I 100% do. I do think Saquon Barkley is going to get to 1,000 yards on the season. He's already at 463 yards through 4 games. So if you just do the math, he's averaging 116 yards per game. Times that by 17, he's on pace for 1,967 rushing yards. I think that question should be, could Saquon Barkley get to 2,000 yards on the season? That'd be a little bit tougher, but Saquon needs to just be in what Saquon is, the best running back in the NFL. 5.5 yards per touch, 2 touchdowns. Every time he touches the ball, it really seems like he could take it to the distance. Saquon Barkley's that dude. I am expecting him to get to 1,000 yards. I mean, shit, he's already halfway there. Alan Jones, do you think the Giants should sign? Oh, Chad Powers. Never heard of him. Who is he? He looked pretty good at the Penn State tryout. Alan. You're a funny guy. I love Chad Powers. I think he's a pretty damn good quarterback. I like the way he throws the football. He throws the football very similar to some other guy that played for the Giants. I'm blanking on his name. Oh, that guy. Yeah, Eli Manning. He throws the football a lot like Eli Manning. Which one of these guys should the Giants sign if they need to sign a backup quarterback? Type 200 for Chad Powers, think fast, run fast, or 10 for elite Eli Manning. Victor, what up, man? Is Evan Neal a bust? No. Next question. No, he's not a bust. Are you serious? He looked great against the Bears this past week. He's played 2 elite pass rushers so far. Brian Burns against the Carolina Panthers and DeMarcus Lawrence against the Cowboys when they played against the Cowboys. Look, Evan Neal is fine. Remember Andrew Thomas after his first NFL season? People were calling him a bust. Now people are calling him the best tackle in the NFL. I'm people. I'm calling Andrew Thomas the best tackle in the NFL. Evan Neal will be just fine. Relax. R-E-L-A-X. Relax. Prague Drummer 1969. Mike Glennon or Davis Webb every single day of the week and twice on Sunday. I never want to see Mike Glennon ever wear a New York Giants jersey again. He doesn't deserve to. He's a fraud. He doesn't deserve to play for my football team. And quite frankly, you guys deserve better. You shouldn't have to watch him play football. Mike Glennon, he's cheeks. We don't want him on this team. Davis Webb is a dog. He looked great in the preseason. If he has to play this week, I'm expecting Davis Webb to light up London. Gritty Guapo, why don't we sign Alex Bachman? $5 super chat. It's a good idea. I think there's definitely a chance that Alex Bachman could get a call from the New York Giants because, look, there's only 2 healthy wide receivers on the Giants right now. You got David Sills and you got Darius Slayton. Because Kenny Golladay, he's hurt, sprained MCL, out a couple weeks. Sterling Shepard, he's going to be out for the season. Kadarius Toney, he hasn't played the last 2 weeks. Wan'Dale Robinson, he hasn't played the last 2 weeks. Richie James, he's now on the injury report, and he's not playing this week. So look, if Alex Bachman is cool with coming back to the Giants, I'd call him because he knows the system and he produced in the preseason. I do want everybody to get their mind right for game day because it is just around the corner, and it's all about mindset. My mindset and my mood all week is FGB. I want you to join me in the comment section right now. Let's spam it. FGB, FGB, FGB. Let's ride. See, Chronicle, a homie, what up? Will the Giants get a playoff spot? It's going to be tough. But look, you're 3-1 right now. A lot of teams in NFL history that go 3-1 have a good chance of making the playoffs. But it's 1 week at a time. We're 0-0 right now in week 5. That's all that matters. Let's go 1-0 in week 5. Let's beat the Packers. You want to make the playoffs, you got to start beating some good teams. The Packers, they're a good team. You got to win some games you're not supposed to win. Giants aren't supposed to win this one. They're 8-point underdogs. You go out, you beat the Green Bay Packers, you're going to put the National Football League on notice. And all those jokes about the Giants being the worst 3-1 team of all time, those are going to shut up real quick. Beat the Packers this week, and we can start talking playoffs. Solo, is Daniel Jones our QB next year? I don't know. And I'm not even really worried about that right now, to be honest, guys. I have all the trust in Brian Daboll and Joe Shane to figure it out. If he is, he is. If he isn't, he isn't. Do I think he's our franchise quarterback? Probably not. But he's got an opportunity to still prove it. I still don't think he's gotten the best shake of things. Like, look, he still has a bad offensive line pass blocking wise. He doesn't have weapons on the outside. You don't have those two things, it's hard to play quarterback in this league. What I do know with Daniel Jones, though, is you can win football games with him as your quarterback. I just don't know if you can win a Super Bowl. I want that guy under center. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Daniel Jones. I don't know if it's not. Solo, I'm just not thinking that far ahead right now. I'm worried about week 5. Braden, what up, bro? How will the Giants defense match up against the Packers offense? I'm worried. I think the biggest key, I know everyone's talking about Rodgers. You got to stop Rodgers. You got to do that. I agree. But you got to stop the run. Because Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, they've been great so far this year for the Green Bay Packers. And the New York Giants' run defense has not been good so far this season. The Giants are allowing 141 yards per game, which is the 28th worst rush defense in the NFL. The fastest way you're going to lose this game is if you let Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon run all over you. Got to stop the run this week. That's really big for Wink Martindale. Maybe you want to bet on the Giants this week. They're 8-point underdogs. Lay some lettuce on some money line Giants. You'll come out looking pretty nice Monday morning. Do it with our proud sportsbook partner, BetUS. When you go to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code chat125, they're going to hook you guys up with a 125% deposit bonus. So go to chatsports.com/bet, plug in the promo code chat125, and get yourself a free $125. Mr. Cardinal Gaming, also, do you think Daniel Jones will have a 4,000-yard season? He's already at 700. No, I don't. 4,000 is a lot for Daniel Jones. Let's just do some quick math here, right? How many yards has Daniel Jones thrown for so far this season? Let me get the number real quick. Daniel Jones is sitting at 631 passing yards so far. So 631 divided by 4 times 17. He's on pace for 2,600. No, Daniel Jones is not going to throw for 4,000 yards. MB, how would you feel if we signed Deshaun Jackson? I don't want Deshaun Jackson. F Deshaun Jackson. Join me in the comments section right now. F Deshaun Jackson. I'm still not over what he did to the Giants in the Miracle at the Meadowlands Part 2, where he showboated, ran across the line. No. Hell no. F Deshaun Jackson right now. I better see this comment section on fire, because we may agree off or disagree off Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, this and that. But I think one thing that all Giants fans can get behind is F Deshaun Jackson. I do not want him on this football field. No way, no how. I want everyone to type F Deshaun Jackson in the comments right now. Also, let's get it going. Let's get the good vibes rolling, because we were just a couple of days away from game day. Let's sub for Giants dubs. You want the Giants to beat the Packers? You want them to get to 4-1? It's easy. Hit that big red button. Sub for Giants dubs. Sub for Giants dubs. Go down right now. Hit that big red button. Help Giants now get to 15,000 subs. Sounds crazy to say that. 15,000 subs. Jim B, player updates. We do have some injury updates. We can go through some injury reports from practice earlier this week. These are guys that did not participate in practice on Wednesday. Cordell Flott, Kenny Golladay, Richie James, and Julian Love, as well as Henry Mondo, Azeez Ojulari, and Tyrod Taylor. All those guys did not participate at practice. Players that were limited participants, guys that participated in some team drills, Daniel Jones, Evan Neal, Wan'Dale Robinson, Kadarius Toney, as well as Nick McLeod, Fabian Morrow, and Leonard Williams. I think Daniel Jones plays. I'm not sure if Leonard Williams does. I'm expecting either Wan'Dale or Kadarius Toney to play. It'd be really nice to get one of our first and second round pick wide receivers out there to help Daniel Jones. Sin City Goon, what a name. Should the Giants extend Dexter Lawrence? They should do it yesterday. They should extend Dexter Lawrence as soon as possible. He was dominant against the Chicago Bears. Wild stat. Dexter Lawrence had 8 pressures against the Chicago Bears. The most ever by a player of 320 pounds or more. Sexy Dexy, that dance he does, I love it right here. Sexy Dexy. Get him back. One of the best interior defensive linemen in the NFL. Like, wouldn't it be awesome if we got to see Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Azeez Ojulari play football on the same down? I would do just about anything for that to happen. Giants should 100% extend Dexter Lawrence. He's a damn good football player, and I think he's really hitting his stride in this Wink Martindale defense. I'll ask you, though. You guys are smarter than me, so let me know. Should the Giants extend Dexter Lawrence? Should they re-sign him to a new contract? Because he's about to be a free agent after this season. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know what you think down in the comments. F Deshaun Jackson. F him. Not a chance. Even if he was still great, I wouldn't want him.
That would look super weird. You know, like players in different
Yeah, he already
uniforms.
went to the Reds, the football team. Like, no, I don't want Deshaun Jackson on this team.
Yeah, him in a Giants uniform.
I got pride. I'm not a sellout. I got pride. I ain't signing Deshaun Jackson. Get out of here. We're doing a show in this studio. Get out of here. I don't know. Give me a follow on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. Anyone that gives me a follow from today's show, I'll give you a follow back. Cade is saying, Marshall, we need another shot. Cheers. Someone send in one more super chat, and I'll take 2 shots. 2 shots to end the show. Anyone sends in a super chat, it could be 99 cents. If you do so, we'll take 2 shots to end the show before we get up on out of here. We'll give you a minute. If not, we're going to get out of here. We got videos lined up the rest of the week every single day. Yeah, Corinne, he doesn't deserve to wear Big Blue. He doesn't. He doesn't. Tommy says we need to get Breida on the field as a receiver. Not a bad idea. I don't know if that's really his skill set. I know he can catch the ball when he's fast, but I'd rather see like Alex Bachman out there, to be honest with you. All righty. We're going to get on out of here. But since I'm a real one, I'm going to give you guys a free shot. And because I could use one. It's because I love you guys. That's why. I appreciate everybody that tuned in today. Everybody that super chatted helped us get this hard hat on. That was freaking awesome. Shout out to you guys. Give me a follow on Twitter. Oh, Born a G-Man just because. A super chat as the bell goes. And I'm going to honor my word. This one's for me on the house. Then I'm going to take 2 for you. I'm taking 2 for Born a G-Man because I'm a real one, just like you guys. I'm true to my word. Last one, then we got to get out of here. $69 in super chats. How nice it is. How nice it is. The Big Moose said, I'm getting drunk just watching you. I'm too drunk to taste this chicken. We'll see you later. Born a G-Man.